A lot of work to do.
How are you doing as I check our connection? A couple messages for the viewers, so pick a section, have a seat. Yeah, I know this is different, quit with the questions. Allow me a second, please, to make my first impression.
YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to another Pounds 978 Customs video. And today we got What If Punisher Spider-Man or Spider-Man Punisher. Let's leave that out right now. But basically, one of 5 What If issues that came out last fall in 2018. This was if Punisher became Spider-Man, or actually if Spider-Man became Punisher, right? It's Peter Parker. It's not Frank Castle. Written by Carl Plotz, art by Juan Ramirez, and the cover by Christopher Stevens. Released October 10th of 2018. The What If Flash Thompson are the 2 that really caught my eye from the 5. There are a couple other ones. Magic, What If She Was Doctor Strange, and What If Thor Was a Frost Giant. They are some pretty cool ones. I've done the Flash Thompson a couple of weeks ago, and so I had to do the Punisher one. With great power comes great punishment. I'm not gonna read the bio to you, but you can find it on the Google searchings. The Googles, if you really wanted to know anything about this. I'm not too familiar with it. I'm not gonna lie and act like I read the comic, because I haven't. So I am purposefully ignorant. I mean, I could read it. I figure I'd pick up the comic first. I don't want to just read the bio. It just spoils everything. So if I do see the comic in the comic shop, I'll pick it up. By the way, you guys remember Hard Rock Heavy Metal Spider-Man, I think his name was? Still got him here. Thought it would look pretty cool if I kind of compared him to the Punisher. Punisher has a little bit of blue on him. So I don't know if you can tell from where we're looking at, but he has a bit shading compared to the Punk, where he has nothing. Pretty easy if you want to make yourself one of these. All you need is a bullseye body, a Spider-Man 2099, the new Deadpool, Claw. Any one of those, well, not Claw because his hand, but any one of those guys on this body. Sunfire works. I would prefer bullseye because he's already dark, so you wouldn't have to, you wouldn't mess up too much. You'd have to sand everything still, but you wouldn't mess up too much. So that's what I used. Bullseye. His head is complete bullseyes. I just shaved down the nose and the jaw a little bit, and then sculpted over it completely, and then painted everything else on. The fists are from a Bucky cap, I think Eel. The guns are from some like Walmart dinosaur army guys. The one pack is dinosaur and the other pack is army. I grabbed the army pack, had like 5 or 6 machine guns. And the reason why I even grabbed it is because I wanted to do the web shooters. You guys know, or if you don't know, this guy has some web shooters that are guns pretty much. And I wanted to replicate that. The guy who commissioned this for me, shout out to you, Logan, wanted me to do that as well. I couldn't get around to doing it. Those web shooter guns look kind of precise, and I didn't know if I can pull it off. I thought I could. The reason why I bought those guns were to stick the muzzles onto the web shooters and make them look like those comic book web shooters, but I didn't think I'd be able to pull it off, so I didn't want to attempt it. I didn't have enough guns or muzzles to do it, so I decided to just give them all the guns. Take the guns. Black and white with a little bit of blue shading. The belt was made from bullseye as well. I just took 2 extra gun pocket pouches and attached them to the 3 that were already there. Some people said that he looked like he's smiling, and I don't see that, but in a way I can understand why they would say that due to the way they're shaped and the way they arch up that way, like as if his cheeks are bulging out and he's smiling, but he's not. And maybe from a side view you'd be able to see a little better. He's supposed to look angry, so if he looks smiling, then I didn't do my job. I failed somewhere. A bunch of random guns. I mean, he's Punisher. He gotta have a bunch of guns, especially if he's not gonna have the web shooter guns or the web shooters, because they actually are shooters. I don't know, but yeah, it's just a compromise I had to do. I painted 2 of them to make them look a little different. They'll be his main guns, and I also have that superior Venom head. As far as hands go, you do get a couple. You got 2 fists. You get a gun holding hand or weapon holding hand, and you get 2 thwips. And these web shooters, of course, you can put them on if you want. I painted them to look like rusting silver, like they've been used. You know, they're silver web shooters, but I wanted them to look like they have some type of muzzle flash, or what, I don't know what you call it, residue on it, so it is used. And for no reason whatsoever, I had this head lying around. It was the exact same color scheme, more or less, black, white. I said, hey, you can have it. Now, I thought this was a really good idea at first, but I don't know what happened. It's like the paint doesn't want to stick on this treasure chest, and it just flakes right off. So no matter what, I've hand painted it once, and then I airbrushed it a second time, and it just doesn't stick. Maybe it's the plastic that's the material. I don't know. Maybe I didn't wash it, because I don't remember washing this box at all before painting it. So I think it's my fault. I didn't prepare it properly before adding the paint job. I didn't take it too serious. This is a Grocery Gang box, I think. Either that or, yeah, it's not a plushie. It's a Grocery Gang box. My son likes to get these from time to time. I've always seen them lying around in his closet, in his little toy box. And I said, you know what? It'd be great to use as a storage bin for some guns, but it didn't work out. It's just too flaky. So I'm not going to throw it in there. I'm sorry, buddy. Sorry. If you look kind of close, you can see this blue in the black where there's no cobwebbing. Initially, I wanted to throw it under the cobwebbing, but shading after putting the webs on would mean I'd have to go back and do the webs again, because it would cover the white webs and turn them blue. And I wanted to do that, to be honest. I was prepared to do that, except I lost a lot of motivation in the process of making this custom, and a few others. And I'll have to make a separate video to address that. For articulation, everything does work. Arms do go up, ab crunch. Everything's painted inside. Does go down pretty well. Everything should function like your regular Marvel Legends. Nothing should be hindered. You should have a minimum of paint rub, if any. But yep. I know usually you see the rundown, but we're not going to do the entire rundown. To compare it to another Spider-Man, I think Kane is probably the best suited. Same body. The eyes have a similar expression to him, so the designs also look kind of the same. Not so much, but you know what I mean. And for fun, I figured that you could use this Cosmic Spider-Man head. Would work pretty well. Looks like he's about his business. Got that beard. Looks like he's not playing. And you could even add this headband or leg band from Night Thrasher. Looks a little thick, but it works. It reminds me of the headband Josh Rollins had in the Goonies when he was the teen back in the day. He was a big brother. It's just so thick. It looks like it's from the 80s. And for no reason whatsoever, here is the Superior Venom head. Looks a little thin, but it works, kind of. Well, YouTube, that is it. You've reached the end of another 978 Customs video. I appreciate you guys coming. If you made it to the end, again, I appreciate that as well. Feel free to give a guy a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this Punisher Spider-Man, and if, we could have added something to make it look better, or, things like that. Your opinions matter here. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.
But if you choose to subscribe, you the man. Yes, you. Everyone below in the comments, yes, you too. Thank you very much for showing me love. Who knew? It's ironic how we think out the box for you too, right?